Assalamu alaikum dear viewers, hope that everyone is fine and doing well. You can see Iqbal on your computer or mobile screens elaborating international politics for you. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel for having the notification of the latest videos uploaded in my channel. So dear viewers, today we are going to talk about the IR itself. What do you think IR is? This is the question asked from you. You can have your thoughts about the same question in the comment box and I will be able to read your thoughts, whatever are there. Then later on you're free to have your own ready video. So the IR, IA or IS, all of them are encompassed by the same meaning. International relations, IR, IA, international affairs, IS, international studies. All of them are the same. You can use them instead of one another. But the IR itself, it is a name for it which is used commonly in these days. So that's why. So the IR, it discusses the interaction among the states and the state-based actors who are there across the border. So anyone who is there across the border, so having your relation, creating relation with them, all of them are encompassed by the IR itself, IR, IA or IS. This is a scientific study between the sovereign states. Means you cannot have your relations with the individuals only, the ones who are not responsible for a single sector, but you can have relations with the ones who are sovereign states or who are working as a representative of the sovereign state. So all of them, they are there. Interaction of the nation states, non-governmental organization, politics, economics, and security. All of them are the sectors which are being elaborated by the IR itself. So relations with international actors, international organizations, multinational corporations, INGOs or international non-governmental organization, and international legal bodies. In having relation with all of them, they are being encompassed by the IR itself. You know, IR we have and political science. What is the contrast between IR and political science? In some of the countries, IR is considered vastly, and political science becomes a sub field of the IR itself. But in the United States, it is different. IR, it becomes a subfield of political science in the US. Otherwise, in the rest of the countries, it is the same. Some of the institutions, they are recognizing it as an independent or multidisciplinary sector. It is the study and practice with the multidisciplinary, which is multidisciplinary in the nature, blending the fields of the history, economics, and political sciences. You know, in IR, there is a combination of these all fields: the military, the history, the economics, in all of them. But in political science, the concentration is usually towards the political issues only. The IR, it examines the topics such as the human rights, the environment, the global poverty, the globalization, the economics, the global ethics, security, and political environment. All of them are being encompassed by the IR itself. But the political science, its concentration is towards the political issues mainly. But IR, it is vastly different, as I earlier mentioned about. IR seeks to understand some of the sectors, which is the origin of war and the maintenance of peace. It is the responsibility of IR. So many organs work under the supervision of the IR scholars. They are seeking the origins of war and as well as trying to work for a peaceful moment. As well as the IR, it is the nature and exercise of the power within the global systems. Combination of power is the variety of the states. They are having the power relationships with each other. So it is being encompassed by the IR itself. This is the changing character of the state and non-state actors who participate in international decision making. So definitely For sure, the characters of the international bodies, they varies from an era to another era. In one stage, the political bodies, they may have a different decision about some of the issues, about encouraging the policies about some of the issues. But in other stage, the same states, they may have a different type of the policy. For example, we can have the example of the China itself. When the ISAF was being created in 2001. So military and military troops and the aid was offered from variety of the countries, but the policy of China was different. China did not offer a single troop, as well as it didn't offer a single amount of the aid in order to support the ISAF military forces. So it was China's policy against when the case was when the case was about the partition of the Bangladesh, or when the case was about the between the India and Pakistan. The China's policy was different. It was working in the favor of Pakistan. The policies, they varies. The policies, whatever the policies are there, so they varies in international relations, decision in the decision making in all of them. So this was today's presentation, dear viewers. Hope that you benefited it. Have a nice time. Allah Hafiz.